Good evening, everybody. This is Card Creating with Jean. My name is Jean Ducro, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And welcome tonight to our Tuesday night stamping. Technique Tuesday, maybe a little bit. And I'll be making a couple of cards tonight that I hope you enjoy watching. So, we had quite the day. I woke up this morning to no heat in the house. Yeah, that was not fun. So I've been sitting with a shawl on all day just to wrap it around my neck. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Shar. Welcome. And I was feeling mighty cozy, but now as soon as I go on, I start feeling the heat come on. It must be nerves or something that I always get so warm. I don't know. But thankfully, we got our heat back. And boy, did we. Rick had turned up the heat on the thermostat, and next thing we know, it was 76 in here. And he says, well, I'm not cold anymore. And I said, well, I'm certainly not. Thank you guys for sharing so much. I really appreciate it. So I think he nudged it back down a little bit so we weren't too warm. Hi, Nancy. Welcome. So that was kind of a little bit of excitement. I was a little concerned because we weren't couldn't quite remember when we had replaced the furnace last. It was in 2003, so I don't know, hoping that we can limp along a few more years. We ended up having to replace our furnace and our render's furnace as well when we did it in 2003, and ooh, it was a kick in the pocketbook, that's for sure. But anyway, so today started the new month, and my offer for the $75 in sales for a product, we would be eligible for a free workshop that I'm doing here in April. And they just updated the last chance list today. And then also remember that the cardstock is going to be going up as of the new catalog. So the beginning of May, that will go up to, what was it, $14. So, and I just received a notice this afternoon that beginning April 11th, Paper Pumpkin is also going to be increasing. The pay-as-you-go is $27. The 3-month subscription will be $81. The prepaid $162 for 6 months and $324 for 12 months. So if that's something that you like to get, you might want to consider getting a renewal or an extension or whatever to take advantage of that before the price goes up on the 11th of this month. So that's the news there. Now let me go back and grab what is not orderable. Let's see what we got. Okay, the itty bitty bokeh mix little sequin things that are in the container. The petal pink scalloped ribbon and party dots. Let's see. Party dots and the itty bitty bokeh mix are available on April 14th, and the petal pink scallop ribbon May 12th. And let's see what else. Oh, basic white cardstock 12 by 12 to be determined. Boho blue cardstock to be determined. So if you were looking to get that, that's not available. Let me see. Floral Delight. That was one that is also on the last chance, but that one will be available April 7th. Let's see, what else do we have here from the catalog? Changing Leaves Hybrid Embossing Folder to be determined. That was one that is on the last chance, I believe. Everyday Arches Dies, May 19th. The To The Point Table Punch, May 12th. Terrific Toadstools Builder Punch, May 12th. Textured Notes Dies, April 7th. I love those. I use them almost on every card, those textured note dies. They're the rectangle ones with the fancy edges on them. Let's see, Changing Leaves bundle to be determined. Okay, let's see. Everyday Arches bundle, May 19th. Everyday Skies Suite, May 19th. Storybook Moments collection, May 12th. Floral Delight Suite, April 7th. Terrific Toadstools bundle, May 12th. Textured Notes bundle, April 7th. Botanical Textured Suite collection, April 7th. Hugs for Love bundle, May 12th. Okay, low inventory. Seaside Wishes bundle. Keeping Tabs bundle. Storybook Moments Specialty Designer Series paper, the one that has the stickers for scrapbooking, or, I mean, you can certainly use it for card making too. All of the In Color Ribbon Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, Petunia Pop, and Summer Splash are on low inventory. Boho Blue Stamp Pad on low inventory. Let's see. So is Pretty in Pink and Peach Pie Stamp Pad, and Pretty in Pink Stamp Blends, low inventory. Basic White 8.5 by 11 thick cardstock, low inventory. Storybook Moments 12 by 12 specialty paper, low inventory. Let's see, I think Keeping Tabs Punch, So Swirly embossing folder, and Forever Plaid embossing folder, and Iconic Imagery dies are on low inventory. And that's it. Okay, let me get over to, so I can see all your comments here. Let's see, I gotta go this way with it. And there I am. Okay. We have a nice drawing to do tonight for the 2 cards that we made on Saturday night. The one that I finished as soon as I got off because I was keeping you too long. I felt so guilty about that when I saw the time on my watch. Holy moly. So tonight I'm going to try to do better. I went ahead and I did all the, I think I did most of the cutting and die cutting and stuff for the cards that we're going to make. So I'm ready to turn the camera down. And let me do that right now. And there is our cards. Trying to get it so that I need to come this way just a smidge. Except you're not, oh, because I've got it sitting down below. I was going to say, you don't see my link to my store. I've got you kind of low, but now you do. Okay, so we have the one that's got the gold embossing on it, and I did finish it on inside with the gold embossing. This is really a pretty card. They're both really pretty. And then this one done with the purples and pinks. So let us see who's going to be lucky tonight. Number 2 is Pam. Has she gotten on yet? I don't think so, is she? Nope. Okay. Well, we will ask her when she does. I'm going to set it right over here to this side so I don't forget. I'm always afraid I'm going to forget to ask. Okay, so there is what would you call it? A global design project that you can find on Facebook that does a design layout for you if you're looking for ideas on to make a card and you're just kind of stuck and you're trying to figure out what kind of a layout you want to have. They will put one out as like a challenge the beginning of the week, I think it is. They also do a global design color. So I went to look because I thought, I had an idea what I wanted to do, but I thought, let's see what's on the challenge. What the color challenge was to use these colors for a card. And it is soft seafoam, bubble bath, and lemon lolly. It's so light that you can't even see the lettering. I always take a black magic marker and I run it on there on the case before I put the sticker down so that the words pop out and I can see it when I have it stacked in my my wooden case over here. Gotta put my reading glasses on because I was already having problems. I did the same thing with the bubble bath and the soft seafoam so that you can read it easily and see it. So the first card I made I didn't like. I do have problems with this once in a while, and I'm telling you, yesterday was not a good day for making cards. I'm telling you, it got to the point where I had to walk away and take a walk and go to the post office, and then by the time I came back, I was able to put together what I had in my head and I thought was going to work. This is the first card that I made that I just didn't care for it. I don't know. I thought by putting the gray on here, it would pick up the gray that would be in the butterflies, but for some reason, I didn't like it. In fact, what I did was, when I colored these butterflies, I actually had them darker. And I didn't like them, so I redid them. And if you can see, I glued them on the edge. So the one that's underneath is much darker. And I thought, oh, maybe it's because it's so dark that it just didn't look right. And I feel that this looks a little bit better, but I still wasn't completely happy, and I didn't want this to be one of the cards that I demonstrated for you. I want them to look nice, and I want to be proud of them. So anyway, the first one we're going to do is, I'm going to get everything right here. I'm going to stack these over to the side. So the base is using the lemon lolly, and it is 8.5 by 5.5. It's scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of bubble bath cardstock here that's going to go on here as a mat, and that one is 1/8 of an inch smaller. So this would be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then this is DSP from the birthday paper. I'm going to remember what the name of it is. Hang on, I've got it right here. Wildflower Birthday. And that's what I'm going to be using for the DSP in both cards that I'm making tonight is the Wildflower Birthday. I just love it, and it features those colors. So I thought, yay, score 1. Okay, I got to get my little sample out so I can see what I'm doing here, and then I'm doing it right. Stand up. So get my glue out because we're going to be doing a lot of that. Okay. I don't want to get ahead of myself and glue something down that I shouldn't because I was planning on putting a ribbon or something on it. So anyway, then I ended up having to come down here last night at 9 o'clock and create the other card. Well, the card that I'm doing now is the one that I created last night, and I like that a lot. The other one I finally was able to finish and do yesterday afternoon. but some days, not always, but some days, it's not so great. Okay. Oh, I hate covering up this pretty cardstock, but we are. And it looks like I have quite the mess down here, doesn't it? Okay, this cardstock is actually 1/4 of an inch smaller, so I'm sorry I didn't give you the dimensions. Let me just grab my... So we have got 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Let's leave this out. And I did use I just love these circles too. Those are from the Spotlight on Nature. And I've got one for the, no, I don't have one for the next card. It's just this one that we do. Okay. And then this is going to go on the inside. So this is 3 by 4 1/4. And this mat is 1/8 of an inch larger, so 3 1/8 by 4 3/8 for the inside. Yeah, we'll put that right there for a minute. Okay, and then I've got this is going to go on the inside across the bottom. This is our tags for our sentiment. So these are. They just are perfect for the sentiment. These are both Easter cards. I had to stop and think here. So this is 1 5/8 by 5/8 of an inch. And this is 1 3/4 by 3/4. And that will go on the front. And now I've got all of these flowers that I did last night. And if you noticed, I posted today that I had lost two stamps, and they were not on blocks. Because if you could have seen the mess I had on my desk last night, it was just, there was maybe that much room to work. It was bad. And I had them because I wanted to show you what I did. And of course, it wasn't going to work on the blocks that I had because they were filthy and they wouldn't stick. And so I had to clear the area in order to clean the blocks. And I cleaned the blocks. And the next thing I know, there was no little stamps sitting here. But I did find them. It took me until today. I just couldn't believe it. I went over everything that I had on my desk. I pulled all my paper out. I pulled all the inks that I had used, and there was only 5 different colored inks that I had. And the boxes that I was putting stuff in, I thought, where is it? Pulled down my my cutter, wasn't on the bottom. I'm like, where is it? Well, today I found it. Walking into the room, my cutter sits on top of the wood box that I have all of my inks in. And when I had pulled it down, I must have scraped it across. And they had been on the bottom, and they popped off, and they were on the bookcase, which is on the other side of this. There they were sitting, just as nice as could be, almost waving their hands. So it's like, oh, for Pete's sakes. All right, we are going to, first we're going to zhuzh these up just a little bit because they need to have a little more life to them than these 3 colors. So all I'm doing is I'm taking these, let me see, I need 2 shorts and 1 tall. So I had extras of this one. So we will take these guys and put them aside to be used some other time. And I guess I'm going to use finger daubers for most of them, but I don't have a finger dauber for this, the yellow, the Morning Lolly. So I'm just going to dab it on here and there just to give it a little more life. Let's see, I need to poke a couple of these out. Where did I go? Here it is. Sorry, I thought I had everything all set to go. So normally I'm not one to take and just lay the stamps down. I usually stick it on something. Whether it's my board that I put my dies on, or inside the box on the wall so I can actually see it. So I'm just trying to darken this up just a wee bit. Here and there. Alright, I'll put that aside. Now we are going to do the rest of them similarly. There's the word. Let's do the green next. Oh, come on. And I'm just going to do the stems on this. Okay. There's really no rhyme or reason, just here and there. It just, if you just glue them down as they are, they just look really flat, even though they are. Oh. Okay, that's it for that one. Now we do the pink. Let's see, I'm going to take this. So on the pink ones, I can just show you quickly on a piece of paper here, scratch. Here's one. What I did was, all I did was pink back out. Oh, I just love it when I get a phone call here. I'm live. I just went and did like so. And normally you would take a darker color, but because I was using just the 3 colors that they had for this challenge, I just went over it again. Like so. It does look a hair darker, but once it dries, it's not. And I thought, okay, well, now what am I going to do? So I decided to go ahead and take the sponge dauber on these and kind of go right on this on its side here, where you have not so much coverage, and just kind of hit some of these so that they're darker. That's all I did. Come here. And then on these, I'm just going to really hit them so that they're darker. Oop. Flip over. Okay. And then on the flower itself, I am going to take the dark bubble bath and just go around the edge. I might have used the other end. No, it's coming. Just want a slight pink edge, darker pink edge on it. So all of the flowers that I'm using here in this set are from the Painted Lavender set. These flowers here are from the Delightful Wishes. And they were this part of the standalone dies that they offer in that set. They're the only sets that I have that have flowers that I could piece. I thought I had more. I will be getting more, I'll tell you that. There's a couple of them in the new catalog, and I think they're both in the catalog, not on the online exclusives. I've yet to order yet. I need to do that this week. I'm waiting because I'm expecting a commission to come in that's sizable, and I thought, well, instead of placing 2 orders, I think I'd like to do just 1. Okay, we got that. Now we can start putting some glue on this stuff. So, this one and this one is going to be popped up. So I'm just going to add those right away. Almost done with this sheet. What we are going to do is we are going to make, oh, I can't put it up there. I cut that one down. A bouquet. Oops. This and that. Okay. So those will be ready to go on. And try to put just a touch of glue on here. Look at this. There we go. And that one is going to be popped up. Hi, Lori. You love these colors? Thanks, Rhonda. Yeah, they're pretty. Just was a little uncertain how to kind of get started, I guess. They're so soft and enough glue on there. Come on, cooperate. Some days, there we go. Fingers just don't like to move right. There, okay. And these are those dimensionals that were with a paper pumpkin, and they are definitely a little bit taller. Okay, now the rest of these I need to get some glue on the back. And I do like to put the glue on and let them set, so that when I go to put them on, they don't ooze on me. So are you northern, Shar, are you expecting a lot of snow tomorrow? We're supposed to have maybe an inch if they're not really counting that. They're counting the rain and the storms tomorrow morning as being more impactful than snow. For us, of course, over towards Milwaukee might be different. They get some lake effect snow. Glad when this is over with. It seems like the weather patterns have gotten a little wilder every year with unstable weather. Okay, these guys, I'm popping up. Okay, I think I could get a whole one down here. And then I cut one in half. On top. And then I put some glue right on the end here. On. Oh, come on. There. Had a little hard time seeing that. Turkey, the top came off, but didn't bring the there. All right. Almost there. Sorry, this is a little tedious. Get this first. Okay. Oh, I did the right side. Flipped over. And okay. And now just these little guys. All right. Get our circle and we can start making the magic happen here. Okay. First is going to be these two guys. And they are, hopefully I'm in, yep, I'm in. Just kind of bring them out to the side. next, I'm going to put one of these kind of here in the center to fill in for our background. Okay, then we're going to take our tall guy here. Stay down there. He's going in the center here. And then these guys are each going to go on each side. Two to 3 inches overnight, huh? Yeah. It sounds like it's going to just be lousy weather. Just rain and ugliness. Yeah, here over a little bit. Okay. Now we are going to take our pink guys. They are going here in the center between on my sample I put some glue on the stems, but I don't know that I really needed to. Okay, these little guys go on the sides like so. Didn't know you could do flower arranging, did you, when you did stamping? Okay. And these guys are just like they are little flowers here on these little stem things. Let's see, that's the way I had the other one, so I'll do this one the same way. Voila! Okay. Now to make it really pretty, or make it prettier, we are going to take some of the Baker's Twine, the 3-color pack. I've got the yellow. I thought that would look really pretty. We're going to do a double bow. And hopefully I do better than I did last night because I didn't have the string long enough. So I was, note to self, make sure you cut the string long enough so it's not a problem. I ended up having to take the thing down in my lap, and I don't want to have to do that. So we are going to tie this around here. Move this closer a little bit. Get it even, Steven. Okay. I'll tell you, this stuff is so soft. It wants to stick to my dry hands. But it does tie very nice bows. Especially if you want a double one. Come on. See what I mean? They just stick to me. Okay. I think I've futzed enough with this. Alright. Let's get our card out here. We'll trim those up in a little bit. And we are going to put this on here on an angle so it's not straight up and down. I think that is more pleasing to the eye, I think. Let's see, I can put that away. I'm going to get some stamps out here. We got to do a little bit of stamping. And I just went ahead and glued this straight down. I did not pop it up because I thought with the flowers that were on here that was enough popping up with dimensionals. Hey Pam, you won the drawing tonight. So you are the lucky winner. You'll get to pick one of the cards. I'll pull them out here in just when we get done. Okay. Now we need a tag for the front, and we want to put a sentiment on the inside. And I thought we would use Easter greetings on the front. We are going to stamp it in the soft seafoam. And move this up. There we go. Let's see, Easter greetings goes on this. And let me tell you, it just fits. Let's see. Oh, well, this was not cut very well. I got edges on both sides. All right. I'm going to have to maybe get my head in here for just a sec. There we go. And I liked it put on with this because it helped set it off a little bit. All right, we'll glue that on just a second, but let's do, my inside greeting is to a wonderful friend. I'll grab that from here. I don't know where I got that one from. I've been grabbing so much out of, yep, it was from the Paper Pumpkin Hello Spring. I like them for extra sentiments. And I have to look and see what I did on the inside of my card, my sample. Okay, I just put that sentiment in. It wasn't anything else. And put it a little bit. All right. Alrighty, come down the home stretch. We will glue this on. And take our little piece of the front DSP that I've got here. This is what, 3/4 of an inch? 1/2 inch by 3 inches. I'm going to leave just a smidge of white showing. I kind of like doing that sometimes. But I have to make sure that it's straight. Come on. There. Didn't want to move. Alright, and then this guy, put him on there. Now, if you have any kind of a die set that has lots of flowers, wouldn't have to be small like this, it could be bigger ones. This would make a stunning card. Okay, now what did I do on the front? I popped them up. Okay, good to know. Alright, and I tucked it right in here. Let me get it straight though. Straight is always good. I don't know. I have so many times I have gone and thought, oh, that looks great. That looks straight. And I come back later and it's like, oh, that's as crooked as can be. Makes me mad. Okay. And there is card number 1. Oh, no. We have Winkle Stella. We are going to put on these pretty pink guys. Just to add a little bit onto it. And you know, I don't think I put any, I didn't put any sequins or anything on the other card, but we certainly can. Maybe some white ones would be nice. We are going to put white ones on the next one, so I can sneak some out of that, I think. Where did I put them? I lied. But I got some. I think the white would look really pretty with this. It's laying here someplace. Okay, first one done. And here's the one that I made. Very similar. Okay. All right, next one. Now this one I did not stick with the challenge. I loved the DSP that I was using, and I did not want to introduce yellow. So there's no yellow, but the other colors are there. Oh, this little butterfly. There's two darn tiny little butterflies in that painted lavender set. Okay. Oh shoot, I didn't. This one I'm going to have to do just a little blend coloring. Again, the same flowers, not as many, just a couple. But we are going to do the same thing with them. We are going to do this one with a bunny. A little bunny. So, let me think. I did that one in, I guess it would help if I got everything else out of here. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way from before. We're going to do him in basic gray. There's the, yeah, I think I'm going to take the stuff out as I need it. Okay, let's hope my aim is well. Pretty good here. I'm scooting him down close to me, I'm sorry. Alright. There. Oh, pretty good. Happy with that. Alright, I am going to bring out the green here, and now I need the green blending brush here. Where did my pad paper go? Here we go. Not you, buddy, but this this one. All right, we're gonna put some light soft seafoam on here, just a light amount. Am I in? I am. Okay. Just making sure I'm still in your view here. I think I need to get a refill of this because it does not blend. I mean, it still stamps okay. I guess it's one of those that takes a bit to get anything noticeable when you're brushing it on. All right. And why I have this out, this is the problem I came into last night. Okay, now where is my little sponge? Oh, there it is. I'm going to do this one right away. Okay. That's it for that. Then I'm using the Elements of Text. And what did I put the green away for? I got to do that one again. We are going to stamp that on this background portion of the frame that I used from the Storybook Friends set. This frame it comes with the dies and the stamps for all those darling little bunnies. Okay, let's get this somewhat straight. I guess it doesn't matter. So you just barely can see the script on there. Just faint. That's all I want. Wash that in a bit. Okay. Now I think we'll do the gray right away for the front sentiment is wishing. And you Oh, and I gotta do this too. Let's see. You know what, is this big enough? It is, okay. This is gonna be out of the basic gray. It just shows up better. We are going to be cutting this. Oh, wait a second. That's what I need the pink brush for. We are going to brush on some pink on here, and then I'm going to stamp the sentiment over the top of it. It just gives it a little bit softer look than going right directly on bubble bath paper. And it's not a solid look to it. It's, you know, some parts are lighter, some are darker. Now, let me see if I've got it on there enough. A little more up here. All right, better juice this back up again. Like so. that aside, and while I've got the pink open, let me just add a little Dabadooya to that. That's it for that. And then I need to have, I'm going to use this piece of paper here that's floating around, because we are going to, not that. Alright, I'm missing, oh, it's right in front of me. Hi-yi-yi. We are going to do the fence as well, and I'm doing it right down at the bottom because I'm going to cut this out with the scissors. I'm not gonna die cut this. All right, then we are ready to do just a little bit of coloring. I can put this away for right now. We are going to do just a little bit more with that. All right, start with the green. This is the dark. Okay. I'm doing his little bow tie in the darker green, so it shows up. And I am doing this dark light bubble bath. He's got to have some cute little rosy cheeks. So right at the end of his smile, I'm putting a dot on each side before I start coloring him in. Maybe you can see that little dot there. And hopefully this is dry enough now. Alright, now I want to take the gray, and I am just going to color all of the stones and the in-betweens of the stone in light smoky slate. I think I've got another set of these on my order. Starting to get a little light. Okay, and then bunny ears. I'm going to do the pink in the bunny ears. And again with the light smoky slate, I'm going to just basically go around here. I am just going to use this one color, not the darker, because the darker is just way too dark. And we're going to color him in, and I will show you how you can get it two-tone here. Same with the stone fence, just by going over it another couple times, or at least another one time. Oh yes, this is definitely getting dry. These bunnies are just the cutest. They hit a home run when they designed this one. Okay. Now I'm going to go back here and I'm just going to hit, not every one, but maybe like every other one. Just to give it a slight look like it's a different colored stone. And now we'll go back in here and we'll darken this up on each side. And the ears. All right. I'm going to try the other end. Sometimes you get more. No, not really. So sometimes you get more ink coming out the other end because it hasn't been used. But you can see that there is a difference in that. All right, let me get these cut out. Now we're about ready to assemble. Except that I have to cut out the words there. And I have to stamp the other little guys. I took one of the stamps in the, where is it? The Delightful Wishes stamp set, and I cut it in half. And it was this one here. So I just have Happy Birthday. I got it cut right between the A and the Happy. And that's how we are going to get Wishing You a, and then it says Happy Easter on the inside. Okay, there we got that. Oh, we got that. And that I don't need anymore. And here's my little you and that's going to go on here. And I actually took the brush. Did I put that back already? That's right here. Okay. I'm just going to color this in a little bit. I haven't even shown you what the colors are for the card. We just got right into putting this together, didn't we? Sorry about that. Well, it's going to happen soon. You can see them sitting there on the table. This one's a stinker because it is just the right size. There. Okay. Put that back. Oh no, I'm going to do this sentiments. Okay. So this is going to just get trimmed like so. No, let's not lose it. Let's get rid of this and get our card. We are using Bubble Bath for the base, 8.5 by 5.5. Scored at 4 1/4. And then I'm taking the soft seafoam, adding this on, and this is 1/4 of an inch smaller, so it's 4 by 5 1/4. And I can go ahead and glue that on right away. Get a few few of these things off the table here. Voila. And then we've got the beautiful DSP, and this is, I'm guessing, 3 3/4. Yep, 3 3/4 by 5. So they're all 1/4 of an inch smaller. And that's going to go here. Well, just because I'll put the birthday cakes the right direction, even if they're not looking at that side. Just the principle of the thing being upside down didn't sit right. Okay, now we have our little frame, and we have our little background that goes with it. And all I did was take the one that comes out, the green. You know, I could have done it, but you could see the difference, how one's lighter than the other because I brushed it on. And that's the look I was going for, because I wanted to put that script in the background as well. All I did was lay this on white cardstock up on one side and then just traced around it and cut it out. I did not feel like I needed to take the time to put it through the thing again. And honestly, I normally just tape these on just so that they kind of stay together when I put them on the card. So I have my trusty Scotch tape. Come on. Well, this moved around, didn't it? And oh, looks like I'm almost out of tape. I have been almost out of tape on this tape thing for I don't know how long. I can't believe it's lasted as long as it has. Okay, there we go. Our Mr. Bunny. Let me get my card out so I can see what I'm doing here. Our Mr. Bunny is going to go in here, and we are going to pop him up. Always sounds like we are going to pump you up. Just put one down at the bottom here. He's not going in the middle, he's going over to the side. Like so. Our rock wall is going to be going in front of him, like so. Let's see. Now we need to build our fun little garden edge, if you want to call it that. Let me see. I just glued these straight down. You can see I got two little butterflies here floating around. And I'm doing this because these are going to be kind of long, and I'm going to need to cut the legs off, so that's why I have not glued it on the front of the card. Alright. Come on. Okay. Just adding that little bit of dark brings it out so that it stands out from the background. Let's see, we got one tall and one short. So the tall one's going to go right here. And little one right next to it. Alright, and now I'm just going to flip this over and trim this off. And this, I guess he could have come down just a little bit. I wonder if I can get him down. I can't. There. And I want to put one of these. Time for another little. Oh, that didn't cut. There we go. The baby one popped up right above our little bunny's head. And since he's against that green, he stands out pretty nicely. Okay. I need to cut this out. Almost there. The die. Looks better if you have the die. If you don't mind, I am just going to, I've got my Stampin' Cut thing over here to my right, and I'll just quickly put that on because I know I'm running long again. At least I imagine I am. I always feel rushed when I get to the end of my second card because I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm taking up too much time here. Guys have other things you probably want to be doing. I have to tell you, I have not used this stamp much. I was a little intimidated by it, but after using it, all right, take your pick tool. Where'd you go? In the box. After using it for this, I realized, oh my gosh, this was so easy. A little off, but not too bad. It's still, I want to make sure that I line this up right because I want it at the top. So let me put that on first, and then I will glue this guy on. I like the little bit of touches of gray in this with the pink. I think that looks cool. Come on. Ooh, that was a big gob. I can see it ooging out there. Spread it around a little. Okay. To get it straight. Stay down. Stay down. All right, now I'm wondering, because of that, maybe we should put him over on this side. Yeah, I like that. I like that better. There's more room for him. And this is just going to get glued down. Now to make sure that I get this straight. First time I did my sample, it wasn't. I had to take my glue remover and take it off. And this, I want to pop that up or not. I'm going to get this on here and put a dimensional on each end and a little bit of glue on the bunny. Glue that down direct. That's right. Again, make sure it's straight. Yeah. For Pete's sakes, it's bouncing all over the front here. And another mini glue dot on this guy, and we got the front done, except to add some bling. Okay, and the inside is just going to say Happy Easter. Where's the gray? Since we started with gray, we're going to finish in gray. And we got our little cute little butterflies. And we're going to do those in green since our cardstock is the bubble bath. Kind of like they're curl around this. And to glue that in, I got a little tiny piece of this cardstock for the inside, again, 1/2 inch by 3 inch. It's going to go right on. I'm going to put maybe the top. Yeah, we'll do this one on the top. I think my sample is on the bottom because I put the Happy Easter too far to the top. I'll show you that on the second. And then Pam can pick out the card she wants from the ones that we did on Saturday night. And this one I'll go all the way up to the top with. All the way, there we go. Alright. And I'm glad you like it, Char. It is pretty. And there we go. And we want to put some of the white, these white guys on there. I don't know. Let's see if I got my pink ones out here someplace. Let's try the pink ones. These are the ones from the celebration. It might look a little bit better. Yeah, I think I like that better. What do you guys think? Going over there. Done. Get the stuff out of the way. Bring the cards back. Oh, let's put a little bling on these little tiny butterflies. That's it. Oh, those cards that I made that were cross-shaped. You do have to have extra postage on it. When I took it over to the post office, I asked the guy, postmaster, and he said, oh, he says, yeah, he says, because you can't bend them. They'll get stuck in the machine. He says, so they have to be hand-stamped. So I don't remember how much more I had to pay. It wasn't that much, but just a note to you guys, if you are making that card to mail, be prepared. You'll have to pay a little extra for the postage. So that is my sample, and that's what you can, how it looks on the other side. I like this one better. I can see I got the pink is darker on it than it is on here, and I like that. And I wasn't thinking. I stamped each one individually, and I thought, well, you dope, you should have put them together. So that's why. And I did the, I can never remember the name of this one. Petal pink for the ears, and I thought, oh, I went against the color, so I do like this one so much better. And then our other one that we made was this one, because it's got the bling on it more. The one that I did didn't have it. So that's what we made tonight. And Pam, you can choose between our two cards that we made on Saturday night, which were these two. So you got either the tulips or the, are these Rebecca really? A pink daisy. Oh, I'm glad I gave you inspiration, Char. Thank you so, so much. Thanks, Rhonda. I really appreciate it. It was fun to make. It'll be a while before I do a color challenge. It's this close, and not quite what I am used to using. So it really stretched me. This one was an easy one. It's the yellow that goofed me up. I'm not typically a yellow person, though I like the color. Thanks, Lori. I really appreciate that. So, Pam, just let me know which one you want, the tulips or the daisies. And I will pop it in the mail tomorrow to you. So, let's see, what's coming up? Well, don't forget the cardstocks sale is going to be going up in price as of the beginning of May. So if you want to get an order in on that, and I'll scoot my thing aside here. So if you do want to order through my store, you don't necessarily have to, but if you order $75 worth of product, I will include one of the workshops that I'm doing this month. So the workshop is, the first one is next weekend, and that's going to be using this set, but I have different cards. The daisy. Okay. I will put the slip on the back of this one so I know it's the one to send you. Thank you all very, very much. Have a good evening. Stay safe tomorrow if you have to get out in this yucky weather and it's bad. And I will see you on Saturday night. Bye-bye.